guys. Today we're going to be checking out this Clone Wars character encyclopedia in ASMR fashion. And it says join the battle. I don't think it's some interactive thing, I think it's just a book. But anyways, this is a fairly new book, as you can see, since we have Season 7 Ahsoka and Maul. But anyways, as some of you may or may not know, I am a massive fan of the Clone Wars. So when I saw this, I thought it would be perfect, both for my pleasure, but also to do a video, or if you guys like this, perhaps a few videos on, because there's definitely a ton of content in here. So, to flip it over, meet more than 350, meet more than 350 Star Wars, the Clone Wars characters. The definitive guide to heroes, villains, aliens, and droids from all 7 seasons of the beloved TV series. Discover detailed character profiles, well-known facets, and amazing animated images. So, yeah, looks like it is 2021. So, I have restricted myself to from looking through it. So this will also be my first time opening up with you guys. Okay, so without further ado, let's open it up. Nice and centered on screen. Here we got a battle droid. A B1 battle droid. And the Bad Batch without echo. Here's the table of contents. Introduction. I won't read this, but we got some 212 troopers here, which is cool to see. Perhaps if we do a few videos on this, we can, kind of go in depth into each section, but for now, I just kind of want to flip through it and take a look at everyone. So, the first one that they have decided to start with is Yoda, Jedi Grandmaster. Oh, here's a timeline of Yoda, starting from 22. Sorry for that pause there. BSW4. I'll have to look that up. Man, I know BBY before the Battle of Yavin, but I've never heard BSW4. Are they trying to change it? I feel like I heard something about that they're trying to change it in canon. That being said,
Mace Windu, Protector of the Republic, Anakin the Chosen One. That looks like it talks about the Mortis arc. Obviously, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video and the book we're going through, there will be spoilers. So, if you don't want to be spoiled for any of the Clone Wars, definitely click away. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Actually, shall we look at Anakin a little bit? Oh, it looks like timeline for every character, which is nice. Born to Shmi without a father. Rescued by Palpatine and encased in armor to preserve his life. Brings balance to the Force on Mortis. Strangles Padme. They really included that detail. Strangles Padme. Oh man. Oh, look at that, they got his height. 6'1". And of course the legendary Obi-Wan, the Negotiator, goes into exile, defeats Darth Maul, and agrees to train Anakin Skywalker. But let me know if you guys like this. I would love to go into detail in like maybe even a series format or something. I love this book. I really hope it's all canon. Something like this that you can see every single character. I don't know why, it just really excites me. Ahsoka Tano. Probably the best sort of original character to come out of the Clone Wars. And definitely up there with, my favorite characters in all of Star Wars. So honestly, my favorite character is such a hard question to ask. I feel like it changes every few weeks depending on what I'm watching and like who I'm into at that time. So Ahsoka is definitely top 5 though. Occasionally number 1. But I don't know, it's hard to say who my favorite character is. But here's Ahsoka. Their dual blue lightsabers that Anakin gave her to match his blue lightsabers. Her lightsabers were green. You can see here for the other 5 seasons that she was in. Let's see, born on Shili. And then, yeah, of course, she was brought to Coruscant by Plo Koon. And something actually funny, if you didn't know, just based on time in the Jedi Order alone, Ahsoka is actually more senior than Anakin. She was brought to the Jedi Order in 33, and Anakin in 32, which, when you're working towards 0, Ahsoka's been there longer, but she was only 3 when she started, so it's not exactly an apples to apples comparison, whereas Anakin was 9. So, there's Ahsoka. Let's keep going and not get bogged down. Looks like that might be it for full page, or I guess 2-page descriptions. Now we're going down to just 1 page per character. Shakti, Ahsoka left the Order, so she appeared a number of times and actually had a bond with Ahsoka. And they seem to be pretty good friends, but Paris, of course, fell to the dark side and framed Ahsoka. And Luminara is Paris's master. Kit Fisto, of course, has a prominent role in the underwater arc on Mon-Cala. Plo Koon, I'm actually kind of sad they didn't give Plo Koon a bigger blurb. He was definitely a fairly prominent character and had a good relationship with his clone commander, Wolf, so kind of sad they didn't give him a bigger, maybe a full page, but oh well. Ayla Secura, some other Jedi. There's Bongrel. Bongrel is one of the Jedi's most effective generals, though units under his command suffer disturbingly high casualty counts. Quinlan Voss, maybe a good Jedi, but he disses Obi-Wan, so how good could he really be? Kiadi Mundi. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Evan Peel. The guy from the, what's it called? Citadel. Oh, there it is. Citadel. Adigala. Galia. Let's see here. Oh, here's Jocasta New. And, the droid that the younglings make their lightsabers with. Saifa Diaz, Count Dooku's friend, and of course, Orderer of the Clone Army. And then, here's the Fives arc, the inhibitor chip arc in Season 6, Tiplar and Tipley, which is the one that gets murdered again by Tup, I believe. Tiplar, Tup's inhibitor chip malfunctions and he blasts Tiplar. Let's keep going so this video isn't too long. Oh my, we're already at past 15 minutes. Here's all the younglings from the lightsaber arc. Jedi Temple Guard. Caleb Doom. I don't actually remember him showing up in the Clone Wars. He was in the Bad Batch. I could be wrong about that, but I don't remember him. To be no, Bad Bay's not a Jedi, but I don't know, are there section dividers? I guess not. I guess it just kind of jumps in. Oh, maybe the color is the divider. Perhaps. I don't know. Doesn't seem like... I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, here's Padme. And R2 and C-3PO. course, you don't see them as much. At least I don't think in the later parts. I think they're mostly replaced with Coruscant guards. I could be wrong about that. Oh, this guy. The investigation guy or the FBI type guy. Oh, here's AZ. They didn't put his full name with all the numbers and letters and whatnot, but a lot of droids. A lot of droids here. Oh, there he is. Meeper Gaskin from the droid arc. What a guy. Let's see. Oh, some Gungans. Some smaller characters here. Boss Leone. Here's some, looks like Republic Navy type characters. Admiral Yularen, who I believe is the one that does the intros. Wolf Yularen. Does it say? I could be wrong, but I believe he's like the narrator of the intros. And Tarkin, of course, we all know Tarkin. Oh, looks like now we've gotten into clones. Captain Rex, probably the most well-known of the clones. Of course, everyone knows Rex. Maybe the only other character that could challenge Ahsoka for the best original character to come out of the Clone Wars, but I do think Ahsoka probably has a leg up on him. But, of course, I love Rex and Fives and, all the clones of the 501st and 212th and whatnot, so in my book, experience outranks everything. I think he definitely had some, and Anakin as well, had some friction with Ahsoka, back in 2008 when she first was on screen, but throughout the Clone Wars they developed a really tight bond, so Rex is, of course, definitely also up there with my favorite characters. And Cody, leader of the 212th Attack Battalion. Again, another extremely well-known clone. I do really like Cody and the 212th, but his story, I guess, is definitely a bit more tragic, or maybe not tragic, because I guess Rex's was too in the end. Maybe unfortunate. Rex had sort of a better ending where he got his inhibitor chip out with the help of Ahsoka, but Cody was not so lucky, and at least as far as we know, he attacked Obi-Wan on Utapau, and that's the last we've seen of him. So he hasn't gotten sort of any story about him overcoming his inhibitor chip or getting it removed, so as far as we know, he's still a bad guy, but of course, for the time of the Clone Wars, was a great character and is one of the few clones that has a personality and presence on screen in live action. Here's Wolf. So, Plo Koon only gets half a page, but Wolf got a full page, so Wars perspective, of course, we know Fives, but Fox, from his perspective, Fives was a rogue clone, so definitely ended in tragedy, but I don't think it was necessarily Fox's fault entirely. Bly, who is Ayla Secura's clone commander, and of course kills her. Gree, who gets beheaded by Yoda. Buns. Neo, who was in the Clone Wars for like 2 seconds, I think. But, I believe he's Stas Ali is his Jedi. Oddball. Havoc, some of the first ARC troopers we see. Oppo from the 501st. Tup, the clone that whose inhibitor chip malfunctioned. Kix. Kix is another great clone. I want to try to make a custom Black Series Kix. I think it would be a lot of fun to make, because you have the basic phase 2 armor, but you can sort of print out your own backpack and then a lot of cool stuff to try to paint. So I think the next custom Black Series figure I make will probably be Kix. Heavy. Jesse. They have Jesse in his phase 1 armor. But interesting. He's an ARC trooper, but they put him in his phase 1 armor. He, of course, played a big role in season 7. Boyle and Waxer. 99. Very sad. Pay our respects. We got Dogma. Hawk. Hard Case. Pause. Oh, looks like we got all of the Delta Squad here. So, it's cool that they included them. Tire. Check. Then looks like we got some kind of, generic units here. We got Clone Trooper, ARC Trooper, Park Trooper, Shock Trooper, or the Coruscant Guard, ARF, Clone Pilot, Ordnance Trooper, Clone Scuba Trooper, Cold Assault Trooper, Riot Trooper, Cadet, Flame Trooper, Stealth Pilot. Here we go. Looks like we're getting into some villains and Sith here. So we got Palpatine, Count Dooku, Asajj Ventress, Maul, the Forsaken Apprentice, New Orders Rise, Mother Talzin, Savage Opress. Let's see, looks like we got some other Zabrak, then we got the Night Sisters, General Grievous, of course, New Gunray, Boggle the Lesser, the Geonosian, Lux Bentori. Did not like this guy. I think giving Ahsoka a strange love interest of this guy was one of the few things I did not like about the Clone Wars. I thought it was kind of a lame, forced romance between Ahsoka and a separatist, of all people. So, wasn't a huge fan of that, but oh well. Admiral Trench, Riff Tamsin, the shark dude from the underwater arc, Wat Tambor. Let's see. The guy that tried to make the blue shadow virus. A couple more Here we got a Slick, the clone that betrayed the Republic to Asajj Ventress, who has earned himself a spot in the Separatist section instead of the clone section. Oh no, I got the Separatist droid army. So, the B-1 battle droids, battle droid commander, pilot, security, AAT driver, destroyers, or the droidicas, super battle droids, Geonosian drone, sniper droidica, oh the brainworms, and Umbaran militia, dwarf spider droid, Magna Guard, crab droids, buzz droids. The buzz droid made an appearance in the Thrawn books, which I thought was kind of cool. The first one, if you're curious. A lot of different droids. Aqua droid, probe droid, demolition droid, tactical droid, super tactical droid. And then here we got looks like bounty hunters. Cad Bane, of course. Definitely another awesome character. Boba Fett, who was still younger at this time. Hadn't quite reached the level of prolific bounty hunter that he would become, but he's on the rise. After he saw his, dad's head get chopped off, but Bosk and Aura Singh. So Bosk is another bounty hunter in the Empire Strikes Back lineup. So was Dengar, Greedo. Let's see, a lot of bounty hunters and what's the word I'm looking for? Underworld people, I guess, I don't know. Reiko Ardeen, who Obi-Wan assumes the identity of Dodo 360. I'm surprised he's not next to Cad Bane. Maybe they just didn't have enough room for a small thing like this. Looks like a lot of the bounty hunters in the Reiko Ardeen arc. Hondo, the pirate, Jabba the Hutt, and all sorts of huts. Let's see here, what else we got? More of Hondo's people. closest thing Obi-Wan has gotten to a love interest who was, of course, killed in front of him. Pre Vizsla, leader of Death Watch, and Bo-Katan, Prime Minister in Olmec, Garzex, and that Mandalorian armor looks awesome. With the horns, to match Maul. The father, daughter, and son. Brother Shmi. Oh, here's Cutler Quain. Kaminoans, Lamasu, Sakurara, Numa. Let's see here, looks like we just got some random Rafa and Trace, the sisters. And then looks like they just included this page since they showed up at the end of season 7 for a bit. We got, of course, Darth Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker, Snowtrooper, Stormtrooper, and the probe droid. Looks like we got the index here. And then the final page is Captain Rex. So, obviously, there is a ton of content here. Maybe, if you guys want me to do a more in-depth look, maybe we can do like a multi-part series if anyone's interested in that. There's definitely, so much stuff to look through, but I didn't want to bore you guys to death, so we just kind of flipped through it. But very excited to have this. So